What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let me get to the spot. Oh, hold on. Let me get over here. Oh, man. Let me get to the spot. Oh, hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Let me get I'm back in the office. I've not had any time to do anything when I come out here in the office. Come on, let me get this on. Got to get my microphone on. Oh, how y'all doing? So y'all can hear me, get the good volume. This is Plan Your Greatness, and I am your gracious host, Carlton Hamilton. Let's get right at it. I got some good notes here. All right. Over on the board, which you cannot see. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me take you over there. Let me take you on a little bit of a tour over here in the office. Oh, about to trip over my cable cord. All right, let's look at the board here. Oh, let's do this. Can we switch this around? We can't switch this around, but look at the board. See those numbers? Let me get over here. See those numbers? Look at that. 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 And look at that bottom number there. 240.5. Yes, that's our weigh-in. Let me get back over here in my desk. See, I let the other, let me get back over here in my desk, over here in the office. Oh, let me get the camera back in the spot. Oh, let me see that. Get everything squared away. All right. So again, this is Plan Your Greatness. I am your gracious host, Carlton Hamilton. As you can see over there on the board in the office, we are down to 240.5. I have really been doing some intermittent fasting, little snacks here and there, but I've not worked out that much. That's what I'm just absolutely amazed about, is that I used to work out a lot, but I haven't worked out a lot, but I've just been doing fasting. I've just not been eating. I've cut out a lot of things. I've cut out dairy. I've cut out bread. I've cut out, dairy, bread, specifically red meat, but almost all meat, and dairy, bread, red meat, sweet stuff. And look at that. If you look at the very top of it, I started out at almost 270, and I'm now down to almost 240. So I've lost 30 pounds over the summer. And one of my clients really knows it. Anyway, I'm just happy that, and I haven't even really gotten back into the intense workouts that I used to do, because I used to do the Insanity, and that was it. And then when I modified my diet, that's when because I went from 270 to about 236, and I was stuck there. And then I started really watching what I was eating, and then that's when I went from 236 down to 201. So it was like half of it was working out, then the other half of it had to do with what I was eating. So now I'm trying to really intently focus on what I'm eating, and then I'm gonna get in the workouts like I want to. But here we are. We're doing another video. I like this one because this is one I wrote a long time ago. I just didn't do it because I started doing the chapters in the book. All right. So now what I want to do is get back to the topics that I really wanted to cover that have to do with stuff in the book, and just, my life experiences again. Again, I'm looking for self-publishing. I'm going to be doing some meditation and stuff on that. So I would like to get everything done before the end of the year, but it may not happen until into the new year. But that's okay. I got some stuff going on, and I'm doing all right. But the topic of this video is: time is not running out, but your lifetime is. Okay. Creating a sense of urgency. All right. And the reason why I say it like that is because people tend to underestimate or overestimate time. When I say time is not running out, it isn't. Time is infinite. It's been it's been way before us, and it's going to be way after us. What we do in that time is a whole different understanding of a conversation. But time is not running out, but understanding that your time is. So you need to create a sense of urgency. You don't want to underestimate time, but you don't want to overestimate time. Dr. Eric Thomas, one of the individuals that I listen to their different podcasts and their speeches, because I listen to a whole bunch of people. I'm pulling everything, and that's what's created me. I heard him say this, but he may have pulled it from someone else. But he said, take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime during the life of the opportunity. And I thought that was powerful in him saying that, because he went on to say that you don't know if that opportunity is going to last a minute, if it's going to last an hour, or if it's going to last a day. Now, if we really, really looked at every opportunity like that, like, man, I don't know how long this opportunity is going to last, you would take advantage of every opportunity that presented itself. And I mean, you would dive right into it. So that's what I took from that, is that you don't know how long it's going to last. And you don't know if that opportunity is in fact the opportunity of a lifetime. So it's always in your best interest to act as if it is. All right. They don't keep coming. So you need to embrace it. You need to appreciate it, and you need to be just grateful that you actually have the opportunity. And if you look at every opportunity in that light, you won't waste anything. Now, I may have talked about this before, but my daughter, when she was in, I believe, the 7th grade, she got an opportunity to do the announcements. She was terrified. And I told her, and I said, you know what, sweetie? I said, that opportunity isn't given to everybody, because she got it because of some award. She had done something well in school, and she got that opportunity, but she was scared to take advantage of it. And I said, sweetie, they don't give that opportunity to everybody. And I always tried to pride myself that when I got an opportunity, I tried to take advantage of it. She comes back 2 or 3 days later. I had forgotten about it. And she was all excited. Oh, Dad, I did it. I went and I did the announcements. It was so much fun. And I watch how she's building on other things, but I just remember that moment where she took advantage of it, and it created some confidence in her by taking advantage of an opportunity that does not come. She may have, no, I don't want to do it. And then all of a sudden she never gets that opportunity again. So then you can't go back, and you can't go opportunities like that in life. You rarely get second chances, especially when you just never know. All right. And what I was really hoping for her to learn from that opportunity is that when you're scared, you typically don't take action. But if you're in the right mindset, if you're really positive, thinking of the future on what the possibilities, what it could possibly be, you'll take action. And just like I said, you need to make sure that you're in the right thinking. Because what that does is that directly connects me to when I was playing professional baseball. Very action oriented. I was in the right frame of mind. So what that did was that allowed me to maximize my career. That allowed me to receive awards, money. I got to travel. I was famous. I got to meet beautiful women, and I got some great stories. And I had a lot to look at. And so after I got out of the game of baseball, I completely flipped into a different mindset to where I was hanging out in my past instead of either embracing the now or looking at what I could possibly do. So what that did with me was that made me very angry. I was filled with pity. Depression set in for about 6, 7, or 8 years, eventually rolled into homelessness, which eventually rolled into prison. And I never took a moment to just stop and think. And so what that made me realize is that you have to understand how important today is, because really that's all you really know that you have. You know that you have today. You don't know that you have the future, even though in your mind you're projecting this great future. I have this book that I look at and it reminds me of the goals and things and stuff that I have planned for the future. But the only thing that I know for sure is I got right now, this moment right in front of me. And that's what you need to take advantage of, because if you don't, again, you'll be stuck in your past. And like in my situation, I had such a high and then, baseball career, but it ended, which left me feeling very angry, bouts of loneliness, lack, feeling, unfulfilled, frustration. And you cannot change the past. You can't do anything with it other than look at it. And hopefully you'll look at it and have no regrets. But in a lot of cases, there's a lot of things we leave on the table. And that's what my situation was. And so I had to turn it around and now look at now. What could I do right now? Right now, I can love what I have. I can love what I'm possibly going to do. I can feel abundant now. Instead of opposed to feeling what I haven't accomplished and feeling lack. I can feel very, that I'm being very supportive. I can feel just the unlimited possibilities. I can feel that, people are cooperating with me. I can make and think as big a dream as I want to now and what I'm going to do. In the past, that has limitations. It basically, I've said this before, it can only tell me what I've seen, heard, and already know. So I can't make my dreams any bigger other than just lying. But I can think of anything and make it on just a ridiculous scale. Now, what that reminds me of is that when I was in prison, I wanted to make sure that when I got out, I was smarter. There's a story I tell as far as being in a conversation and not knowing what it was about. And so when I got to prison, I said, I don't ever want to be around something that I don't have some sort of idea. So everything that I would read a book. And if I came to a word that I didn't know, I would stop and I would take that word. I would look it up in the dictionary, write out all its spelling, phonetic spelling, African spellings. I had a dictionary that had all of that. And then I would look at the meaning, whether the word was a noun, verb, adjective, adverb, whatever. And then I would look at the definition. I would write down the definition and then I would write it out in a sentence. I gained complete mastery of that word in a matter of a few minutes. And then I would go back to the story and I knew completely what that word meant, because then I was able to connect the context clues, why it was used, time, place, all the other stuff. And I knew the definition. So I did that and it just made me feel good, because what I realized what I was doing, I was maximizing my day and I was scheduling in greatness. I was learning something new and maybe a few words every single day. So I was scheduling greatness, and I try to do that now. Now I can do it automated. I have these emails that come to my phone and it's a new word. And then I could look at the definition. I go, oh, okay, that's a new word today. Okay, great. And some of them, because I've done a lot of work in the dictionary, a lot of the words I go, oh, I know what that means. But it just, like my daughter asked me, what was the word that she asked me today? Come on, Carlton. Remember, commandeer. She said, Dad, what does commandeer mean? And I thought for a second, I said, that means to take over. And in some capacity, meaning to because I thought of it, if I'm going to commandeer this ship or whatever. So it means to command, take over. So I was able to just spit that out. And I was proud of myself just for being able to help her out. But all right, we're going to get through this real quickly. Maximizing the day, scheduling the greatness. Now, here's my challenge to you as we close this video. Ask yourself the 3 questions. I usually say that just about every video. What do you want? Why do you want it? And can you, in your mind's eye, imagine what it is that you want. Can you see it in here? When it's something that you don't have in the physical world, it's not going to show up unless you can see it first in your mind. That old saying is, I will believe it when I see it, is backwards. You must believe it first before you will see it physically. Okay, so what do you want? Why do you want it? And can you actually see it in your mind's eye? All right. And once you do that, what I want you to think about is, what are you doing with your day? Are you making moves that are goal movements? Are they things that move you towards your goal? And the other thing is, I want you, once you know, and if you already know what, why, and you can see that picture, what I want you to do is think of 3 things, 3 goals, just really small goals, 3 small things that you can do in the course of a day that are directly related toward moving you toward this grand goal that you have. And I want you to knock them out. Check, check, check. All 3 of them, because I want you to create some momentum going into, the next day, tomorrow, into what you're doing. All right. So ask yourself 3 questions. Think of 3 things that you can do that are moving you toward, that are goal movements. All right. This is Plan Your Greatness. And I'm going to say this again. Plan your greatness. You know why? Because no one else will. All right. I'll see you guys all soon. Or I'll see you next time.